Okay, we are on 7.5 exponential functions homework. So here we go with the assignment. Page 395, number 45. We have p to the 5 r squared raised to the 4, negative 7 p to the third r to the 4 squared. I know. 6p r to the third. Here we go. So we got an exponential that we need to do. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to distribute, like always. That's the first thing in which we do. So we got p to the 20, r to the 8, parenthesis negative 7, like I taught you, squared, p to the 6, r to the 8, times 6, p, r to the third. I like to put a 1 so I don't forget. So if a p is by itself, then it's actually 1. Negative 7 squared. Negative 7 times negative 7 is 49. My front number is 49 times 6. Let me go ahead and do that. 49 times 6 gives me 294. We have p, that's 26, 27. R, 8, 16, 19, and that's it. Number 47. We have 5a squared, b to the third, c to the 4, 6, a third, b to the 4, c squared. So 5 times 6 becomes 30. A squared, a to the third becomes a to the 5th. b3, b4 becomes b7. c4, c2 becomes c6. 403, number 52. I have 5 p r negative 2 raised to the negative 2. And then I have 3 p to the negative 1 r raised to the third. Here we go. So I need to distribute first to everything. So this gives me 5 to the negative 2, p to the negative 2, r to the positive 4, 3 to the third, p to the negative 3, r to the third. Now I need to get rid of my negative exponents. 5 to the negative 2 drops down. So we would have 5 squared on bottom, p squared on bottom, r to the 4 stays on top. On bottom, 3 to the third stays, p to the negative 3 goes on top, r to the third stays. 5 squared becomes 25, 3 to the third becomes 27, 3 times 3 times 3. Those are my front numbers, so I would multiply those. 25 times 27, 675. 675 is in front. R4, R3, they're on top of each other. I subtract. I keep it where the larger one is. P3, p squared becomes p to the 1 on top. And that's it. Number 53. We would have negative 3, x to the negative 6, y to the negative 1, z to the negative 2, over 6, x to the negative 2, y, z to the negative 5. You know what? We're not gonna do that one today, just so we can move on. Here we go. Number 1, we need to solve each of these by graphing. So the first thing I need to do is go ahead and get y by itself. So I need to get rid of the 7x first. Subtract 7x. Subtract 7x. So I got negative 3y equals negative 7x plus 9. Divide by negative 3. And I get y equals positive 7 over 3x minus 3. That starts at negative 3. I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go over 1, 2, 3. There's my first line. My second one, get rid of my 7x. So I got negative 3y equals negative 7x minus 6. Divide by negative 3. I get y equals 7 over 3x plus 2. So I start at 2. I can't go up 7, so I'm going to go down 7, left 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. My lines are parallel. That means they do not cross, which means no solution. Number 2, we need to solve by elimination. So I'm going to choose the front numbers. This is positive 4, negative 3. The first number that they have in common is 12. So I'm going to multiply this by 3, this by 4. That'll give me positive 12. This will give me negative 12x. So I'm going to continue. 3 times 4 is 12x. 3 times 3y is 9y. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. 4 times negative 3x is negative 12. 4 times 8 gives me 32y. 4 times 11 gives me 44. 12 minus 12 goes away. 9 plus 32 is 41y. Negative 3 plus 44 is 41. Divide by 41, and we get y equals 1. I'm going to take y equals 1, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to substitute. So that's 4x plus 3 times 1 equals negative 1. That gives me 4x plus 3 equals negative 1 minus 3. 4x equals negative 4. Divide by 4, x equals negative 1. Number 3, or the next one, sorry. We have to substitute. So one of the variables has to be by itself. The y is by itself. So I'm going to substitute in for the y. Negative 4x minus 5, parenthesis, negative 2x minus 11 equals 13. Distribute, so that's negative 4x plus 10x plus 55 equals 13. Combine like terms on the same side, that's 6x plus 55 equals 13. Minus 55, 6x equals negative 42. Divide by 6, x equals negative 7. I take that and I substitute back in, and I'm going to plug it into the first equation. Y equals negative 2 times negative 7 minus 11. That's y equals 14 minus 11. Y equals 3. Next page. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pause right here. This will be part 1, and then I will continue on part 2.